Senior citizens lose billions of dollars every year to scammers. The stolen money can have a big impact on their retirement.
And May is Older Americans Month, and local financial professional Tom Newman from Drake & Associates joining us now to share some of the most common scams targeting seniors. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
So let's just get started. We were just talking about, how our parents are being targeted, and I just feel like more and more with text, phone calls, even emails, to work being done in your home. Why is it so important that we need to protect seniors right now?
It's estimated that senior citizens are going to lose $3 billion this year just due to financial scams. And with dementia being so prevalent in our society, they're just more vulnerable than they ever have been before. So it is really important to start having these conversations and start exploring how we can prevent ourselves.
Could you discuss some security measures that they can have in place for, let's say, their retirement accounts, things like that? I feel like a big one used to be voice recognition technology, but now with AI, I don't know if that's going to go away. What do you think are the best ways, different security measures you can take to protect your accounts?
Yeah, so I work with people in retirement every single day. And one of the biggest things that we talk about is setting up a trusted contact within all of your accounts. Now, a trusted contact is not a beneficiary. It's not an account owner. It's just to say, look, if something were to happen to you, and while you're having a conversation with us as your financial advisor, if we feel something's off with you, it's somebody that we can go to that you've identified that we can have a conversation. Is there some, deterioration of cognitive ability?
Okay.
Is there something that can be done? So establishing a trusted contact, I think, is hugely important in this context.
We've spoken to you. I know, locally BBB kind of tells us some tips and resources, things to look out for. What's being done on a national level to protect seniors?
Yeah, so this is a common situation that all of our country is dealing with, and Washington is no exception. So right now in Congress, they are trying to establish an act called the Financial Exploitation Preventative Act. Now, it hasn't been passed yet, but the goal of this act is to set up a department within the U.S. Trade Commission to further promote education regarding financial scams, especially targeting elderly. So hopefully that gets passed, and we can further the debate and the discussion on financial scams and how to avoid them.
As technology just gets more and more advanced, can you talk about the changes that you're seeing in terms of these scammers also getting more advanced?
They are, and some of the biggest ones involve some of the more popular or known organizations like the IRS or Social Security Administration's office or Medicare. It's important to start the education at home, right? Start talking to our loved ones who are elderly about the fact that the IRS is never going to ask for your personal information right over the phone. The Social Security Administration office is never going to call you out of the blue. So if you receive one of these calls from these departments, it's likely that it is a scam because they're not going to be taking that mean of communication with you.
Before you go, just let us know, what should we do if we suspect that, someone has become a victim?
This is a staggering stat. For every 45 times that an elderly gets scammed, only one time is it actually reported.
Wow.
So the things that you can do, it is really important to report these things. Talk to the state attorney general's office and file a complaint with that office. File a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. If it involves your bank or your credit card, give them a call, set up, the necessary steps to take a look at your credit and preventing fraud. It can feel very embarrassing when you get scammed, and I understand that, but it really, truly is important to report this and get in a better situation.
And you can prevent it from potentially happening to somebody else. That 1 in 45 is just really concerning. Yeah.
It is. And one of the other things that I wanted to bring up real quick is caregivers. Caregivers, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of caregivers across this country, millions of them, who are doing a great job at taking care of our loved ones. But unfortunately, this tends to be a hotspot for financial scams. And so it's important to just take a look, monitor what's going on. If something feels off in your gut, act upon it or at least look into it, because your gut is probably the best way to go.
Tom, thank you. Drake and Associates, so many different things that you guys do when it comes to safeguarding our money. So thank you so much.
Tom, thank you so much.
My pleasure.